What's up, guys? So, I wanted to start making live streams so I can live stream my trading, but today I couldn't really do that. And the reason why I couldn't really do that is because there's been a lot of rumors about, the Iran war and how it's going to affect the markets. And there's been a lot of stuff online saying, oh, you should take Nasdaq. Nasdaq sells. Nasdaq sells. Gold buys. Gold buys. Nasdaq sells. Nasdaq sells. So whenever there's big rumors like this and giant you know giant stuff about what the market should do and how the market should move, it's just a red flag to me. It's a red flag to me, and I just I'm fearful of trading. I'm fearful of trading for that certain time period. So today's Monday. What's today? March 2nd. Today's Monday, March 2nd. And I really wanted to express the importance of not listening to a lot of people and what they have to say. Stick to, number one, stick to what you know, but also don't listen to everybody online, because not everybody has the right answer. A lot of people, they'll, yeah, maybe they make good reasoning, but you don't always want to follow them. You don't always want to follow what everybody's doing, because that can steer you the wrong way. That can steer you away from skill building. Um, you really should just be focusing on yourself and your own trading business, pretty much. Don't listen to what anybody else has to say. Focus on what works for you. If it's working for you, stick to it. Don't follow anybody else, because that's how they do it. That's not how you do your own business. That's how they do their business. So it's best to just stay away from the noise. Just figure out what you have to figure out, and that's it. You know, um, like I said, at the end of the day, this is gambling, and this ain't nothing but gambling. So if you're listening to other people saying, "Oh, gold is gonna go up, silver is gonna go up," you don't know that for a fact. Like, you don't know that. So do your own research and figure out if it's gonna go up. Now, I personally thought that gold was actually gonna go up. So I was talking to my friend about this. Literally Sunday night, we had marked out. Sunday night, we marked out what the new weekly gap. Market shot up, so it did shoot up. Um, Everybody's saying gold is gonna go up. Gold is gonna go up. I was telling him that, yeah, it's gonna go up, but when is it gonna go up? You got to remember, the market likes to manipulate and bait. So when is it gonna go up is the question. Not if it's gonna go up. When is it gonna go up? So as you can see here, we're on the hour time frame. There's this new week opening gap right here. New week opening gap. Price started here. We jumped up, jumped down, jumped back up. Kind of didn't know what it wanted to do. Then we shot back down. I think my friend took gold buys and just held it. I'm sorry to call you out, but I'm not gonna mention the friend. But I was telling him, like, what are you doing? Like, you gotta wait. We gotta see what the market wants to do. And this is part of skill building that you really need to hammer down on. It's not always just, oh, gold is gonna go up, so let me just press buy. That's not how it works. You gotta know when it wants to go up. So last night, yeah, sure, it went up a little bit, but then look at this. We started tumbling back down into the new week opening gap. Um, so that's what we did. We tumbled down back into the new week opening gap. Same with Nasdaq. Nasdaq. I don't think I marked it out here. We just actually let's. So Nasdaq last night into Sunday at 6 o'clock, which is when the market opens. We kind of had this new week opening gap right here. Now, me knowing that market likes to draw into these new week opening gaps, I'm not gonna immediately press sell. I'm not just gonna immediately press sell. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what market wants to do. So market opened. We were already dancing into the new week opening gap. We did fall a little bit, but then as you can see, we came back up. And everybody likes to trade on New York AM. Guess what everybody was saying? What happened? New York AM. Sell, 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 sell. And guess what happened? Buys. We went straight up. Took out everybody that took those sells. Whoever was taking sells during this part, you probably almost lost your account, I would say, because you were so believed and you were so sure that the market would go down. Why are you so sure? Why are you so sure? You don't have to be that sure. Figure out what the market wants to do. If the market is too risky, if there's war stuff going on, just stay away. Stay away. Mondays is a little bit it's a little bit tricky on Mondays because Mondays there's usually no volatility, so it's usually best to stay away from the market. But look at this, there's plenty of volatility, and we are currently going up. I don't know why we're going up. I thought Nasdaq was going to go down temporarily myself. Actually, no, I didn't, because we were dancing into this new week opening gap. So I didn't know what Nasdaq wanted to do, so I just stayed away. I stayed my ass away, and that's what we need to learn today. Sometimes it's not a good idea to trade. It's really not a good idea to trade. I even made a new Lucid account, a new goddamn Lucid account, and I wanted to trade. I wanted to trade for you guys. I wanted to show my first trade on my account. Look, $50,000 balance. If anybody wants to get into trading, this is a funded account. This is one of the funded accounts. Lucid Trading. There's plenty of funded accounts. There's My Funded Futures. There's Apex Trading. There's Top Step. There's Take Profit Trader. All of these funded firms, all of these prop firms, can grant you the access of a funded account. And with this funded account, you can buy an account. So it depends on what account you want. Me, I got the Lucid Flex 50K. And pretty much they give you a $50,000 balance. It's not really $50,000. There's rules you have to abide by. But you do have a $2,000 drawdown. So what this means is $2,000 drawdown means you can't go below 48,000. If you go below 48,000, you lose the account. You lose your money. So the money you sent to Lucid Trading to purchase this account, you lost. So now you have to pay a reactivation fee, which is usually $80, $100 to get this account back and to restart from brand new, which is $50,000. Now you need $53,000 in order to pass the evaluation phase. So once you pass the evaluation phase, That's when you move on to the actual funded account. And that's where you actually could potentially make some money. Um, and they pretty much start this all over again. So once you go to 53,000, guess what? Now you're on the real funded account. You start back at 50,000 and you have to work your way back up. There's certain rules in order to get a payout, but all of this money from here to 53,000 is potentially your money. Depending on the prop firm, there's different rules, but from 50,000 to 53,000, once you pass the funded, you could potentially earn all of this money. But anyways, I wanted to trade today, but I figured, do I want to trade today? You know, do I really want to trade today when it's hot and jumpy and you don't really know where price wants to go, really? Like, we think we know, but do we really know? No. Especially with war rumors. Like, we can't we you can't you got to conquer the fear of missing out. A lot of people have that problem where it's a fear of missing out, whether it's in the trade or it's outside the trade. There's a big fear of missing out, and that's one of the fears that you're going to face when you're starting to trade. It's fear of missing out. You can't follow your fears. Don't follow emotions. Like I said, I'm gonna hammer this down every video. I'm pretty much gonna talk something psychology, because this is all it is, psychology. Fear of missing out is one of the greater emotions that you're going to face when you're trading. Fear of missing out. What does that mean? When you see the market shooting up like this, are you just immediately gonna press buy? Or are you gonna wait for your setup to present itself? Because I'll tell you right now, you'll say you're gonna wait until your setup presents itself, until you're actually there and you're actually in the moment and you actually see the market going up, and you're just sitting there like, wow, like I could be making all this money right now. That's that fear of missing out that's happening right now in real time, and you press that buy button. It happens to all of us. If you're not a trader if it hasn't happened to you. If it hasn't happened to you, then I'm sorry, you're probably not a trader. You got to go through these experiences in order to become a trader, pretty much. But I digress. So gold, everybody was saying gold, buy. Guess what? If anything, we sold off from when we opened. We opened right around here. We went up a little bit, sure, but then we sold right off. Now, my prediction was I thought we were going to sell off to manipulate everybody that took those buys and then make the real move to the upside. Maybe sweep out this right here, these points of interest right here. Maybe sweep out some liquidity right here and then go up. But I didn't think we were just going to go straight up. I thought we were going to go up, come back down into this gap, and then start to make the real move up. And as you can see, we're kind of doing that. See, we kind of took a big step down, but now we're kind of tumbling back up. And I don't even know what it really wants to do at this point. We have to see. I don't trade gold anyway, so I don't really want to go too deep on it. But with NASDAQ, everybody was saying NASDAQ was going to go down. Now, we did go down from this gap. And this is what I predicted. I thought we were going to go down as soon as we tap into this gap, which we did off rip as soon as we opened last night. So, 6 o'clock came, and we were already dancing in the gap. We were already dancing in it. So, okay, there's nothing left with the market to do but to sell off, right? go down, right? Nope. Guess what? London session came. We consolidated a little bit. Well, not consolidated. We went down. Then market just randomly thought, oh, let's go up. So we started going back up into this fucking gap. Guess what? New York session came, and I guarantee you everybody was pressing sell, 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 sell. Selling to where? I mean, I know some people caught a good sell trade, but the market didn't do what you thought it was going to do, which is sell off and fucking plummet to the ground. That's what everybody was saying. Oh, market open, we should lose 1,000 points, and we probably might lose 1,000 points. I don't see it. Where do we lose 1,000 points? If anything, we gained. How many points we gained since market open? 609. We gained 400 points since market open. Baited everybody that wanted to put sells, or most people. You know, drew into these key liquidity pools right here. That's where I think we're probably might sell off. But even then, you don't really know. You know, stick to your strategy. Stay away from the noise. That's it. Stay away from the noise. Oh, we're going to sell off. We're going to sell off. Oh, my God. Yeah, we're going to make so much money. Conquer that fear of missing out. That's what you need to do. And I'm talking to myself with this, too, because I still have a problem with that as well. Fear of missing out is one of the bigger emotions that you're going to face when trading. It's inevitable. You're going to face it, you know. You're going to face it. So it's best to really conquer that, you know, ASAP, as soon as possible. Because you don't really know. You don't really know. What the market wants to do. But I think we're probably still going to keep going up, honestly. We're kind of respecting bullish gaps, and we're disrespecting bearish gaps right here. We just swept liquidity. So now I think we're probably going to keep going up, maybe until this liquidity pool right here, maybe this right here, or maybe even just these low resistance / high resistance, because these are session highs, liquidity. So we will see. I might put in a trade maybe tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. S&P is going up as well. Okay, so we did kind of get an SMT. Oh, no, we didn't. Yeah, we did, actually. High time frame SMT. So that's what caused the move. Well, that's not what caused the move up, but kind of like a 4-hour SMT. Oh, actually, no, I'm bugging. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, I'm bugging. All right, guys, this is the end of the video. Hopefully, I take another trade later on today, but this is really to stress the importance of not following everybody. Stick to one mentor, stick to maybe two mentors, maybe the same mentors that do the same thing. And make sure you're not following the noise. Stop following everybody and what everybody else has to say. If you hear a bunch of noise going on, oh, gold might do this while Nasdaq might do this. That's when you know to just stay away from the charts. Let it present itself. Like I said, I made a new funded account because I wanted to start trading on it and post my results. Simply for this to be for a YouTube, little project, YouTube project. But it is what it is. Couldn't trade today. All right, guys. I will see you on the next video.